Now, welcome back, Final Fantasy V, entering Pyramid of More. It's quite a big looking place. And I entered from the bottom. So I will not have to be facing with all kinds of critters around here then. Lamia queens. You could say that not much of, you could say, that was a little bit of a puzzle that arranged buttons a certain way to get through the door problem, and there's no other way but forward, and now I have to deal with Shopti. Basically just doors, or however you wanna call it. Yeah, they seem to know enemy skills, but don't that much, you could say, have hit points to make use of them. Sword dance. That's a very devastating attack, but it's unfortunately quite rare, and 1-1 killed itself. Oh, but can't get forward, so I just step the sand stream, and that's a nice word, sand stream. And I end up in the basement and faced with the monsters, the damned. Intimidating name for a monster that gets half of them gets wiped out the first round. And they also only dropped holy water and gave ice shield. Ice shields are quite handy. Ice shield is quite handy. Nothing wrong with that. But still, climbing up that way gave me a new direction. The Pyramid of More does have lots of this kind of little quirk moments, and the fact that they had actually animated element of the background or off background. I don't know what would be the proper word. Or at the stage map, however you want to call it, is quite interesting little detail, but I can now open that and get to go forward, and more enemy encounters. And because the previous videos went, I would call it, into extreme damn it, and there are snakes. Aspis. If I remember right, asp refers specifically to Egyptian cobra, which is a venomous snake in Africa. Sarcophagus opens with an intimidating kaboom, and out walks Grand Mummy. I don't think it's gonna survive much. Because I tried to, and it's undead. So let's just put instant death with a resurrection spell, or Phoenix down, you could say. Cursed ring. That's an item accessory, which actually makes you quite difficult to hurt. And more snakes being released. There's just so much of this kind of little directions and all that to wander through. That it becomes quite weird to do so. And so I decided to put off the random encounters, mostly because the place is already quite big and convoluted enough to. So I think that these basically forced encounters with snakes or whatever should be enough of fighting encounter for this whole episode. Yeah, and it knows the Creel is using one extra special spell, or how you would wanna call it, that actually attacks twice even with one hit. Giving her a little bit extra attacking power, but of course it doesn't have that much of, you could say, raw damage ability like many other things have. Facing another monster, more of the damned. One left, and despite the cutesy name and all that, the damned do actually cause quite a lot of damage, and it seems to be undead as well, judging by the fact that Creel has burned off all her hit points. Kilaga. Yeah, let's just check it. Let's just test it. Yep. They're undead. Weak to the... And another flame scroll just to roast them out of existence. Plenty of monster scrolls in this one. Archosaur. Yeah, it's very intimidating looking. Yeah, come on, give it a sword dance. Good amount of damage. Yeah. That was quite a unpleasantly dangerous encounter. Or we'll say unpleasantly dangerous looking encounter. They go all out of existence. And while I'm at it, let's just take off the dancing dagger out from her, because the inherent risk of it. And that was basically, that seemed to be a time-based little puzzle. And those critters are also basic enemies. Damn mecha heads. And how would this kind of pyramid have some sort of mechanical monsters and all that? I don't know. Pyramid areas and all that are very much but I do like the fact that there are enemy encounters, as you could say, walking around. Or even though you don't get that I remember that in Lufia games there was no random encounters in sense that you would just waltz in, but every room in dungeons usually had some sort of monster in them. And you could usually recognize it quite well what kind of monster it was. Oh yeah. Wave cannon. That thing must be something like a related to Omega. One more of these mummies. Does that wipe it out? Yes, it does. I really do like it when there's some kind of that kind of gimmick that you can just use to wipe the enemy out of existence. Even though raw power would most likely batter them out of existence quite fast as well. Gauntlet. Lots of all kinds of handy stuff. And I'm doing my best to avoid encounters with prototypes because they are dangerous, as species are much less so. Because of one hit, and while the prototype can actually blast out the very unpleasantly powerful God damn it. Black robe. Oh, so it's still just time to let's make use of all the well, that was a bit of wrong command, but seeing the situation I was in, it was actually quite, you could say, reasonably wrong command. So it's once again with these, it's just raw power smashing them against the wall, causing them damage until they fall over and die. Now I would like a little geographical thing that these flaws, how you could call them, do not actually, their size is quite similar remains. And I remember that only one game, which I know, actually notes that in what kind of makes it really clear to show style in that how you could actually the pyramid, which would be Breath of Fire 3. In that you enter pyramid from the top and you go towards the bottom, and every floor gets bigger to explore, which is I think that would be quite, you could say, really good. This kind of detail of level design. You really hammer home that yes, you are going upstairs or downstairs in big pyramid, so of course the floors would get bigger and bigger. And not much strange things going around here, but there's a room with a sand in there and another room with monsters in them. Steel fists, look some sort of weird martial arts type of enemies, and it makes me old. And they counter-attack with their air fist when I hammer it out, but they don't counter-attack magic attacks, so it's magic time. Even though my usual preference is to just do the smacking the enemies until they keel over and die. Does it have two? Does it get 2 counter attacks or 1 counter attack from every attack which actually hits it? Oh, damn it. Damn, it just focuses, it just keeps spattering one target. Now that's just annoying when it gets to that. And it's getting faster all the time as well. God damn it. Those are groups that I would have to be wiped out with one move. And it would also mean that I would have to be stuck in here. So let's take another job, which is to say bring out the Creel is a summoner. With ability. And now I do nothing but I fire. Bart just stands by as a healer. Bring out the Titan! Does this do nice damage? Quite nice. Let's try burning them with hellfire. Decent damage, but nothing really groundbreaking. Dara. I don't think they don't seem to have any kind of, you could say, special weakness that could be very effectively abused. Shiva, bring out this pain. Finally they went down. Quite simple amount of strategy to be adopted. Oh, while I'm at it, I just... Black mage which knows all mages. Groove. Did that door open? No, it did not open that door. And that one does not go anywhere either. So it's still going upwards. Bumping that one gives you a double throw away from this place, but it gives you this way to get to this chest and encounter some of the damned and lose all the magic points because of the well, they went down. And in this chamber, I would also mean that I actually can now get back to the using Creeless Black Mage was kind of dumb move. Let's put her into very thorough skill of and of course make use of the tent as well, and saving of course. But it's still strange that I'm going up the pyramid, which is I'm going up there's just so much of monster chests in this place that it's not even amusing how much of they are. But they do give quite big chunks of experience points and all that kind of handy stuff. So that is at least one thing. Open up that door, open up that door, that would drop me down as well. This pyramid is just so much of all these little nooks and crannies to get through the, and of course there would be a little bit of a side path that would be quite difficult to actually find yourself. Yeah, physical attacks, especially when you are really potent abilities such that those really help occasionally. some extra treasure chests, but nothing you could say really groundbreaking ones. But there doesn't... Oh yes, there was no need to go any further than that, just a little side path. And this is interesting, it's got this kind of shifting floors gimmick. Which means that you may get dropped right into the center of the room, and then you would have to walk all the way back up here again. Alright, just looking at the map, how it goes. Right over here, it's a bit of a little pest thing that kind of dropping. And of course, all these little chests, treasure chests and all that would be something that you need to find if you want to get the full 100% playthrough of the game. Protect ring is actually a very good thing to find. Because, well, the other path would lead to those chests, but nothing else would be there. But the other path would actually give the stairs you could get through the... And here's the tablet that I've been scouring through the whole pyramid to get through. Obtained the first tablet, and nothing unusual in there. But what's this? A pillar rises from the top, so I was climbing to the top of the pyramid. Yay, it gets me outside here. Again, King Bahamut. Yeah, that bird-looking peninsula was actually not peninsula. And because I had parked the airship over there, that means it sank. Yeah. Well, luckily it doesn't attack us now, because Bahamut is very powerful. But apparently airship can now drift it back to sea, shore. Well, Pyramid of More has been almost conquered because I didn't take those two treasure chests. It is time to actually recover and save, because of course there would be, after such dungeon, there would be a boss monster, but it would not be actually in the actual pyramid, but here at the Guardian Tree. And it brought Lena here. But she was possessed. Yeah, ex-death had taken possession of her. Oh, ha 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 ha, evil. I am evil, I'm doing evil magics. And once again he does remove things to void. And there was Sage Guido over there. So that means no more chance to get into the temple of the Library of the Ancients. Which is bad because there would have been that one critter with a... Well, I don't think there can be much kneeling because seeing what you are, how ex-death is doing. And Kiryu killed itself too. It seems to be have a quite level 29, 20,000 hit points, but it can be burned. And I don't have much. I can only blast out Fira. Although Greaves counterattack did quite big hunk of damage into something like in the realm of do I have any? Well, let's just bring out the reflect just in case it wants to blast out a new offensive spell. Well, it blasted out Blitzaga to itself. Does it hurt it? No, it. Oh, it's got the barrier change ability. And because it now did the barrier change, damn it. Well, at least physical attacks do quite decent damage still to it anyway, so... So what it's now weak against. No specific ones, so just keep wailing at it. About 6 left. What 4? About 2. Alright, what it can do now. It gets weaker when it actually does the barrier change. I'm quite certain that Red Mage's Tundara will wipe it out. Yeah, it did. Melusini's history. It had actually quite a demonic appearance, being that nude woman with a couple of big snake monsters around her. Meaning the boss monsters are starting to get more and more abstract in design. So there was no party member replacement, but there was Lena joining me again, and while I'm at it, it means let's find the boat. And of course X-Death is doing his villainies. Yeah, Wolf's City, before I even had a chance to visit it, is gone. Eek. I think that would be very much a gravity effect. That I can't. That was the city near where the Ramu could be captured. Can't remember that name. That also is. Wee. Of course, extra. Here's it, and that was a chocobo forest right in the middle of a mountain range, and it ain't no more. Actually, it was the Mughal forest. Eek. And of course, even Bartz's hometown gets sucked away. I think gameplay-wise, these were really good methods to basically just stop you from wandering off into all these empty locations. How good? Because they are evil. Oh. Well, that would make... I could now just go and start entering the interstellar rift, and that would be place where the Bahamut lies. But it would be quite pointless endeavor to go to the interstellar rift now, which is to say the final area of the game, because I couldn't really do... could not much do much around here anyway, and strangely enough I didn't enter it. But it would be next time when I actually start to wander around the... where's the world map? That I would actually start to wander around world a bit more. There's lots of, you could say, unusual, unknown locations for me to visit. somewhere around here. These all kinds of places and areas to go, but that will be matter of next time. Whole crew is assembled again. See you until then. See ya.